Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name is Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
Could be the best show in a while.
Oh, yeah, we don't have a camera, do we?
No, we stole the camera to take to Mullen, and I don't think it's been reinstalled yet. So you'll get the audio on the stream for Facebook Live, but you won't get the picture.
Yeah, you won't get to see Dave and I, and you're welcome for that.
Yeah. Well, I guess
that'll get your day started off to a better start.
I guess
I don't have to look at those guys.
Yeah. So that's
we took just about everything but the kitchen sink on Saturday, not knowing what was going to happen. But it turned out that everything that did happen worked really well on our end, and we want to thank the wonderful businesses who made video streaming possible of the MNAC volleyball tournament on its championship Saturday this past weekend. We certainly enjoyed being there, and we want to thank the businesses who allowed people to view the tournament on Saturday.
Yeah, it was good. We watched quite a bit of it. It's kind of like, I don't know, when you get into those like Netflix movies, the series.
Oh, yeah?
And you start watching volleyball, and then you think, well, I'm going to go do something after this matchup, and then the next matchup starts, and then you say, well, I'll go do something after this, and pretty soon you've watched almost the whole thing. The good news is that, you hop in a car to go do something, and you could also listen on the radio. So it was covered. Excuse me. It was covered, and the experiment worked out really, really good. Experiments, I should say, last week for volleyball. So be listening for more details on future video casts along with our radio broadcast. But we did have a great amount of support from businesses and great comments on the social media about it. And especially since fans and parents and grandparents could not go in to the gym.
On Saturday, right.
On Saturday, it made a big difference. So appreciate all the help from our businesses. Also want to congratulate some folks that have received awards on Friday. Grow Award at Gary Superfoods. Also, Custer County Economic Development had a groundbreaking this past Friday. And the Christian Life Center had a ribbon cutting at Broken Bow Floral and Plant Studio, and ribbon cutting at Click Family Healthcare. Those were all on Friday. Dignitaries were in town, and our news staff was out covering that. But we will have those stories posted all through this week with details on how those businesses have expanded or improved, or in Click Family Healthcare's circumstance, starting a new service. So that's all going to be covered this week on Sandhills Express.
Good.
World Series. Now,
yes, it is set.
It's set, but why the Dodgers?
Now, careful. Mr. Crawley, if he's listening, don't get him revved up. I need to work with Kirk on Friday. Well, I'm sorry. The Braves. I watched the game last night.
Yeah.
When you're in a Game 7, when you have some of the opportunities that were presented in front of the Atlanta Braves that they had, even in the first inning and then later in the game, when you don't take full advantage of those opportunities, they can come back to haunt you. Mm-hmm. And that, I thought, is kind of what happened to Atlanta. I mean, I've never seen runners at second and third with nobody out, and then a guy gets in a rundown between third and home, tagged out, and then the guy throws to third, and they tag him out trying to advance to third.
Oh, boy.
That was incredible. And when that happened, and I think Atlanta ended up only scoring one run out of that inning when it looked like they could blow the game wide open, I'm like, that could come back to haunt.
But why the Dodgers?
Well, have you seen their payroll? I mean, they should be good. And they are.
Well, the Yankees have a big payroll, but they're not
Well,
there.
that's a good point, too.
Boston spends a lot of money anymore.
Yeah.
They're not there. They weren't even close.
Well, and I hate to say this, but you probably have to lump the Cubs in that, too.
Oh, boy.
Their payroll's kind of high, and they're done.
Well,
So,
the good news is there's going to be a World Series. Tampa
Yes.
Bay and the Dodgers. The other good part of that story is I don't know that anybody other than Houston wanted Houston to be in the World Series again after their little cheating episode last year. So I don't think there were very many people rooting for them. So I guess it's a good matchup, and it will be something to pass the time watching some baseball World Series. And they continue to work through COVID and have those games. So we're happy about that.
even some fans. That was kind of cool. See some fans in the stands and cheering yesterday.
I've tried to watch some football. I've tried to watch some baseball. It's just not working for me.
Really?
No,
it was working for me yesterday. Bears are 5-1. Thank you. First place, NFC North.
Now, I don't want you getting too happy about it, Appy, because then you won't be happy anymore towards the end of the year, and I hate to see that.
I know, but I'm just soaking it in while I can,
Well,
because this was not expected, at least not expected by me.
All right.
But yeah, 5-1, and because Tampa Bay beat Green Bay, we're now number one in the standings.
I didn't know that.
For this week.
I don't like hearing that. I like Green Bay.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed watching that game yesterday.
Hey, it's National New Friends Day.
Is it now?
On this Monday.
All right, make a new friend.
If you need some new friends, you can still do that. New connections in your life these days just because you may be home, not working. I don't think that's so much the case here, but in other parts of the country, people still, a lot of them working from home. Some are here, but you can still make a new friend if you want to reach out and connect with someone. So this is National New Friends Day. Now, I have to ask you, do you know the group Aha?
Yeah, sure. They had like one hit in the 80s.
It was a terrible song, wasn't it?
Take me on.
Yeah, that one. Kind of. So on this
I think that was Aha.
Yeah.
Okay.
1985 on this day, Aha hit number 1 on the U.S. singles chart with Take Me On. You just attempted to sing it. Becoming the first band from Norway to score a U.S. number 1 hit, and I don't know if there's been anybody since. The song's video featured the band in pencil sketch. Remember that video?
Yes, I do.
Combined with some live action. It won 6 awards in the 1986 VMAs and still considered one of the best music videos of all time.
Cutting edge back in the 80s.
Yeah. 80s.
Take on me.
What did I bring that up for?
Take on me. Take.
Let's move along.
Okay, sure.
And by the way, Addie Catlett.
What?
I can't remember whether it was on text or I don't remember, probably on Facebook, saying what a great job you have done with volleyball. And she wished that maybe you wouldn't get picked on so much.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you,
Jeez,
Addie.
I don't even know what she's talking about.
I like Addie. Thank you for being on my side.
I don't get it.
Addie. Yeah, you don't get it. What do you want to do next?
Menus, I suppose.
Well, sure. Let's do that.
At Broken Bow Middle School, High School today. Oh, got to turn the page, sorry.
Turn the page.
Oh, Lord. Don't destroy Bob Seger, please.
Okay, all right.
Today they're having fresh baked ham and cheese subs, toasted cheese sandwiches, crispy chicken sandwiches, baby carrots, veggie of the day, and fresh and canned fruit of the day as well.
Thetford today going to serve chicken strips today.
Pizza and cheeseburgers at Gothenburg today.
Litchfield's menu is saying no school today at Litchfield.
There'll be some of that later on with some of the schools this week as well. Today at SEM, raspberry Bavarian chocolate. Oh, that's for breakfast. They're having boogers and chips at SEM today for dinner.
All right, let's go to Cozad today. Some of their options include cheeseburger French fries, turkey club sub, and Cobb salad with a pineapple muffin. Some of the choices at Cozad today.
I think those Cobbs would be really rough going down. Chili or potato soup at Callaway.
Ansley today, they are showing no school for teacher in-service today.
Arnold, pulled pork on a bun.
Let's see. Anselmo Myrna today. Some of the choices: fresh baked ham and cheese sub, toasted cheese sandwich, or a crispy chicken sandwich. Choices today at AM.
Well, let's see here. I guess that's all I have. I have a sergeant from last week, but I don't have one for this week yet. So.
Okay. And those are all I have as well.
Okay. Put that away. Put this away. We're set for the game.
Yes, a new batch of questions this week. Did you know that October is dessert month?
Great.
So here are some questions about delectable desserts. Today's question: this tube-shaped pastry is deep fried before a rich filling is inserted into it. Are we talking about A, and I'm just going to take a stab at the pronunciation of some of these because I'm not familiar with them. A, cassava? I don't know. B, creme brulee. C, the cannoli. Or D, Charlotte. Those are your choices. This tube-shaped pastry is deep fried before a rich filling is inserted into it. Your choices are cassava, creme brulee, cannoli, or Charlotte. If you know what dessert we're talking about, give us a call at 872-2801 and win yourself a token for a free personal pan pizza, one topping at the Pizza Hut.
Is hiring. The Broken Bow location is hiring for full and part-time hours. Apply online at runza.com/jobs for a job you'll love, making the food you already love. The Broken Bow Runza restaurant is hiring. Visit runza.com/jobs to apply today. Runza makes it all better.
From indoor and outdoor to out in the field, Ansley Lumber and Supply has what you need for your projects. There's nothing stronger than LP Smart Side siding for your home, and Pella, Marvin, and North Star windows can increase efficiency greatly. They have them. Does your kitchen need a new look? Well, Ansley Lumber has several lines of cabinets to choose from, and they offer quartz and granite countertops. Benjamin Moore Paint can freshen up a look, plus they have metal for your buildings, plus creosote and copper posts. Ansley Lumber and Supply, downtown Ansley.
The Callaway Good Life Center offers a facility with the comforts of home. Services include skilled nursing care, long-term care, respite care, and more. Callaway Good Life Center is a great place to work, offering competitive wages. Call 836-2267 for more information.
We did not receive a call. We'll try that one again tomorrow. It's unusual, but it is Monday. Sometimes we're a little slow on Mondays, and that's understandable. Okay. Now let's talk a little bit about this week's sports while we have a moment here.
Okay.
I know that football playoffs will get underway this week.
For D1 and D2, they will.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'll try to do this off the top of my head. Let's see. We know who made it was in D1. I'll take it first. Let's see. We had Arcadia Loop City. I think they're against Amherst in round one. And Selma Myrna, congratulations to them. They get into the playoffs, and they'll be making a long trip to Binkelman, Nebraska to take on Dundee County Stratton in the first round. Burwell is in the playoffs. They're the top seed, I think, in the West, if I'm not mistaken, in D1. D2, Sandhills Thetford, the 2 seed, I believe, in the West, and they're going to host Axtell on Thursday. Let's see, Ansley Litchfield made it. They're the 10 seed in D2, and they will be on the road against Riverside, so congratulations to the Spartans. And then there's one I'm forgetting. Mullen, I believe. Mullen, I think, is who I'm trying to think of. Mullen will be against Pleasanton in the opening round. So those will be the area teams that will be involved in D1 and D2. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. But those are the ones that are coming to my mind. And then we have a lot of other stuff going on this week. We've got volleyball on the air tomorrow. We'll be going to Sargent for a triangular with Twin Loop, SEM, and Arcadia Loop City. On Friday's going to be a big day for us. Gavin Higgins is going to go to state cross country and file some reports to keep us updated on how the area athletes are competing there. We're going to do all of the Broken Bow volleyball matches from the Southwest Conference Tournament in McCook on Friday. And we'll do Broken Bow's regular season finale in football from Mark Russell Field against Minden. All of that will be on Friday. And then Thursday, we'll be looking at what we can do as far as covering our area teams in state playoff football.
Busy, and every one of those games, you'll hear the grocery cart.
Yeah.
They'll be on all of those contests, and we have the man with us right now.
Why, good morning.
Hi, Steve.
How's it going?
Good. Congratulations on your revamping, I guess maybe.
Remodel, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Upgrade to produce, I guess, is what you're referring to. And, yeah, it's pretty sharp. We're still working out some kinks on some of the refrigeration coolers and such, but for the most part, everything's running great, and it looks really nice. So,
and those sorts of things are always, kind of a pain for you and a little inconvenience for the customers, but it's all worth it in the end.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's no way around it. The folks, the fine folks, in fact, that come in and help us do those. Shout out to Richards Electric. They always do a fine job for us. And then we have Waldinger Refrigeration. Chuck has worked with us a lot of years with our refrigeration, and his team just do a fantastic job. I mean, to turn around, tear out cases and turn around and install them within a week is just amazing.
Pretty major. Yeah. By the way, you're just a red screen today. You may have noticed that on Facebook Live.
I want to paint it black.
Yeah, paint it black. That's or there's blue now. It's changing.
I see a red screen.
Yeah, it's grocery
and
cart
I want
blue.
to paint it black. Sorry. I had an aha moment when I was driving into work or driving to see you guys.
You remember the song, don't you?
Yeah. And whenever I have an aha moment, I say, "Holy cannoli!"
There's a hint
for tomorrow.
There's a hint for tomorrow.
So now that you had specials even when you were remodeling, we have more specials this week. What are they, Steve?
All right, let's get into that. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. So before I get into the ad, I've got new free products with points sheet that you can pick up or find online at our website, grocerycartbrokenbow.com, and then you can find it on Facebook, of course. October 19th through November 15th. Free with points items include Best Choice canned tomatoes, Best Choice white bread 20 ounce, Best Choice all-purpose flour 5 pound, 4 pound, Best Choice sugar, Best Choice canned vegetables, Dean's refrigerated dips, McCormick chili mixes in a packet, Pillsbury cake mixes, Best Choice hot cocoa, Grand's biscuits, Manwich in a can, and select variety General Mills cereals. Of course, each of those products you have to use a certain amount of your points to get those items free with your rewards card. So one of the great perks of having that rewards card and earning points as you shop is to use them on free items with your points, or you can use your points at the local Casey's here in Broken Bow on gas discounts. So we always want to start our ad off with the old fresh meat department, kind of build your meals around that. A lot of times, October 19th today through October 25th is our ad run this week. 93% lean ground beef, $3.98 a pound. Great price on that lean. Paying for less fat, of course, on that. Great in chili, soup, and other things. I wouldn't recommend it for a burger unless you really like a lean burger, but it definitely works for a lot of different things like that. So Hormel Natural Choice Center Cut Boneless Pork Chops, $2.18 a pound. We've got Grocery Cart's Premium Aged Choice Certified Angus Beef Rump Roast, perfect for the crock pot right now, $3.88 a pound. We'll talk about some add-ins from produce here in a little bit. for a nice roast in the crock pot. Hormel Natural Choice Country Style Boneless Pork Ribs, $2.18 a pound. All natural 2.5 pound bag of frozen Best Choice boneless skinless chicken tenderloins, only $5.88 a pound. Great to have in the freezer and pull those out and use them as you need them during the week. Oscar Mayer Basic Lunchables, $1 each. Sugardale hot dogs, $1 each. And there's another tidbit we'll talk about in the bonus points items later from the meat department that you won't want to miss. Okay. Dairy deals, we've got Mission soft taco tortillas. Great to, make some tacos now and then with soft tacos. Some people like the hard shell. Of course, we sell those in the grocery aisle, but Mission makes nice tortillas. Only $1.88 this week. Best Choice vegetable margarine in the quarters. 1 pound package, only 88 cents each. Best Choice shredded cheese, 8 ounces, 2 for $4. We've got frozen food specials this week. Don't miss out on these Green Giant Veggie Tots, roasted corn, veggie spirals, or veggie hash browns. So if you're looking for a healthier lifestyle, that's a good way to do it because they're frozen, so you don't have to consume them right off the bat. You can keep them in your freezer, pull them out, bake them, use them as needed. They'll be featured in our bunker this week. $2.88 each for all of those Green Giant specialty vegetable varieties, tots and otherwise.
What is a veggie tot? Can I ask, have you ever had a veggie tot?
Basically, it would be like cauliflower or broccoli formed into a tot, just like
like a tater tot.
Like taters are ground up and formed into a tot.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And they don't. That's something you don't want to burn.
Oh, are you talking from experience?
Well, my wife likes those.
Oh yeah.
There's sweet potato tots.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of stuff.
Sounds
The
good.
cauliflower ones, don't burn them. Just make sure you don't get them too hot on the in the oven there.
Okay.
It's something I'm just telling you.
I didn't notice you got your white shirt back on.
Yeah, just
Is this a
happened to be
different
the
one?
one I pulled out today. It's my funeral wedding shirt.
All right. Well, I'm glad you dressed your finest because I came in.
I
Thanks,
did just
Dave.
for you.
Thanks. Really appreciate it.
Anytime.
Continuing on at the GK Frozen Foods Department, we've got Sara Lee pies. Get ready for that for the holidays coming up, and they will be here before you know it. Sara Lee pies, $3.98 or $3.68 each, and to top those off, Best Choice whipped topping 8-ounce varieties, only 98 cents each. What's better than ice cream all year round? Best Choice ice cream pails, only $4.48. Grocery savings this week at the GK. Frito-Lay Ruffles potato chips, 2 for $5 would be great with some of that dip from the dairy department or the produce department. We've got Hunt's pasta sauce in a can or Manwich sauce, only 98 cents each. Barilla pasta, 98 cents each. Campbell's chicken noodle or tomato soup in a 10-ounce can, 98 cents each. Best Choice oyster crackers, 98 cents each. And rice or pasta-ronis, only 98 cents each. So grocery department's got a lot of great deals under $1 this week, so definitely pick those up. And all of these as well. Hershey baking chips or bits, perfect for baking season coming up, 2 for $5. Great snack for the kids or yourself. Hunt Snack Pack pudding or gelatin, 98 cents each for the 4-packs. Best Choice brown long grain or medium grain rice, 32 ounces, only 98 cents. Betty Crocker specialty potatoes, 98 cents each. Van Camp's pork and beans, 88 cents each. And Campbell's cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soups in a 10-ounce can, only 4 for $5. So get stocked up on all of those as well. Great for casseroles, the cream soups. And that green bean casserole that's coming up that will be so well needed for Thanksgiving. So,
crackers in there. Put crackers in that.
Green bean casserole?
Yeah.
My wife uses the French onions.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it.
Over the top.
Right.
Yeah.
Crackers is probably more like a confetti potato dish with crackers and cheese on the top. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's what you may be thinking of. But you could put crackers on top of your
Yeah, probably.
green bean casserole. As long as you put a layer of American cheese over that.
I knew that was coming.
Farm fresh produce at the GK. We talked about this earlier, the newly remodeled produce department at the GK. We worked hard on that last week, and there's a lot of new items over there, so definitely take your time as you stop in and check out all those new items. The merchandisers we replaced, installed, I should say, for what we call the dry tables, which is your tomatoes, onions, potatoes. All those tables have merchandisers around them and underneath the main product, so you can find apple chips, little snack peas, dried fruit. There's all sorts of great items to look for, so definitely check all those items out. Best Choice russet potatoes, 5-pound bag, great add-in for that rump roast. So our onions, sweet yellow onions, only 78 cents a pound. You can pick up a nice snack bag of Eat Smart vegetable medley, 2 for $5. Highline whole mini Bella mushrooms, 8 ounces, 2 for $4. Slicing cucumbers, 58 cents each. Green Giant carrots, whole carrots, 2-pound bag, 98 cents each. Fresh celery, 98 cents each. So the carrots, the potatoes, the celery, all great add-ins for stews and soups and roasts. So definitely that time of year already. Washington Premium Gala apples, Gala apples. Go to the Gala and eat a Gala. I don't know.
I don't either. Go to the Gala.
I don't know. I never know how to pronounce that. Anyway, you know what they are. Yeah. Great apples, plus a great price, 98 cents a pound. We've got a bunch of stuff always going on our fresh deli department. This week you can pick out one of these great meats and cheeses, Kretschmar medium cooked roast beef, great on sandwiches, $8.98 a pound, and Caddy Creek Golden Jack cheese, $5.98 a pound. Of course, any meat and cheese can have sliced the way you want it and as much as you want from that fresh deli department. And we have plenty of salads, side salads for the great Chester's chicken packs or tenders packs. Don't forget dollar tenders from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. On the Chester's chicken tenders every day of the week. And then you could grab this side this week on ad, Mrs. Jerry's Spring Salad, only $2.98 a pound. So definitely grab some of that up. Of course, you can dine in or carry out, and we have always our monthly featured menu items. This fine Monday, you can dine on Chinese cuisine. So definitely pick that up or sit down and eat it at the GK Deli. This Tuesday, you'll have chili everything. Wednesday, pork green chili enchiladas. That sounds good. Prime rib sandwich on Thursday and bull fries on Friday. That's Dave's favorite.
Woo!
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind them. I don't mind them. They're actually quite good.
Yeah, right? So, all that and more going on at the Fresh Deli. Of course, call for any meat and cheese for sandwiches, trays, and cracker snacker trays and all that. We'll set you up. And the bakery does the same. Call them up, and we can create almost anything for you as far as cakes go. They do a great job. Hope we'll be back soon. Heather's done a fantastic job filling in for her in the meantime, and we'll be rolling here soon with both of them back for the holidays. So GK Bakery, Fresh Bakery, fresh baked turnovers, one of my favorites there. 3-count turnovers, $3.48 each. Hostess bag donuts, nice to have a bag of those in the house, only $2.48 for a bag of those Hostess donuts. And then last but not least, the rewards bonus items. So let's just get right to the featured item. Wimmer's Little Smokies. They're back.
Perfect.
They're back. We've had a hard time getting, let's just face it, a lot of things lately. But Andrew got in a bunch of the Wimmer's Little Smokies this morning, and they're $3.98 this week. And you can get them with 400 points, bonus points. If you buy 5 of those, then or 10 of those, you're going to get a lot of points and have your favorite little Smoky for the big game coming up this weekend.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. So definitely get in and pick up those this week, along with all these other great items on our bonus points items. Best Choice hamburger or hot dog buns, 8-count, $1.18. Earn 200 points each on those. Dole Baby Spinach, 2 for $4, earn 200 points. Best Choice ready-to-bake cookies from the dairy, $1.95, earn 200 points. 7-Up variety, 2 liters of pop, 98 cents each. Earn 250 points per on those. Chester's number 2 special chicken meal. So it's 3 tenders, 1 side, whether it's hot or cold, a biscuit, and a 16-ounce drink, only $6.98, plus you get 1,000 points for each meal that you buy. So that'd be a great option if you're not into one of our, maybe you're not into bowl fries on Friday. Yeah, that would be a great option to choose and earn those 1,000 points per on those. JJ's Snack Pies, little box, apple pie, cherry pie, and so on. 50 cents each, plus you earn 100 points each on those. Marie Callender pot pies from the frozen department, 2 for $5, 200 points. It's been a long time since I've had a pot pie.
Me too.
That actually sounds okay. Yeah. 2 for $5, earn 200 points on those. If you bought one of each of these items, you'd spend around $20 and earn 2,600 points for items that you're probably going to be wanting anyway during the week. 2,600 points is points towards some free items at the store here, at the GK, I mean. And also you could use it for gas discounts at Casey's. Well, what's 2,600 points? That's 26 cents off per gallon of gas, which you probably earn more than 2,600 points if you're shopping this week at the GK. So definitely stop in and shop. And with your rewards card, every 11th main menu option from the deli is free as well, so don't forget that. Whew, a lot going on, as always.
Yeah. Hey, can I take you back? You mentioned a salad earlier. Did you say Jerry Springer? Did you say it's a Jerry Springer salad?
It's the Mrs. Jerry's Springer salad.
Oh, okay. All right. I just caught that. I'm like, boy, Jerry Springer's making salads now.
Must be his wife's spin-off
like Jimmy Dean sausage, only Jerry Springer.
It's Mrs. Jerry's Spring salad, but I get where you might have got that.
Okay,
yeah.
Thanks for clarifying. I just did he just say Jerry Springer?
Yeah. And I have a question for you guys. You might think this is a little weird, but does it bother you when Steve described it, as everybody calls it, a rump roast? That kind of bothers me.
Bother you?
Can't we call it a tush roast?
Tush. That'd be weirder yet, I think.
You got rump roast, you got pork butt.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, geez, yeah. Well,
you'll
just what it is.
You know, I don't want to start any sort of, talk around town, but every now and then you might see Andrew smacking the butts.
Really? Wow. Can we go do a live remote when that happens, and we'll bring our video camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to see that.
We'll do a Facebook Live of King Andrew spanking some butts. Okay, well, thanks, Steve.
Thank you.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. The November election is 15 days away, but a lot of people have already cast ballots. CBS's Manuel Bojorquez is in Miami, where early voting is getting underway today.
Nearly 2.5 million people have already cast their votes by mail in the state. That's already come close to surpassing the number from the entire 2016 election.
Dr. Anthony Fauci is delivering a strong defense of mask wearing as global coronavirus cases top 40 million. He spoke to CBS's Dr. John LaPook on 60 Minutes.
Meta-analysis studies show that, contrary to what we thought, masks really do work in preventing infection.
No doubt.
So, no doubt.
Colorado's massive Cameron Peak fire has driven thousands of people from their homes, including Cody Mukow and his family.
If the structure can be saved, it will be because fire officials are up there doing it. It won't be because of luck. I don't think we have luck on our side anymore.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Gavin Higgins with you, and here is a look at state news. The manufacturing industry in the state of Nebraska is getting some new direction. 4 major manufacturing groups have come together to form Made in Nebraska Alliance in an attempt to advance the industry. The 4 groups include the Nebraska Manufacturing Advisory Council, Nebraska Advanced Manufacturing Coalition, Nebraska Manufacturing Extension Partnership at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln, and Nebraska's affiliate of the National Association of Manufacturers. The new alliance is promoting manufacturing as a high-tech destination for science and technology students. The alliance's ultimate goal is to increase jobs in manufacturing for the state and become a worldwide leader for manufacturing technology. Manufacturing is the second largest industry for the state, only behind agriculture. 1 out of every 10 people is employed in manufacturing. Jim Smith, president of Blueprint Nebraska and chairman of the Nebraska Advanced Manufacturing Coalition, said manufacturing is part of the fabric of our communities. A Nebraska man has been convicted of animal cruelty for attacking his dog with a baseball bat, killing it, and burying it in his backyard. Kaleem Beringer, 21 years old, of Kearney, pleaded no contest Tuesday to the felony charge as part of a deal with prosecutors who agreed to drop another charge in the case. A witness told police Beringer hit the dog several times in the head with a bat after it defecated on the floor and nipped at a woman as she tried to place a dog into a kennel. Prosecutors said Beringer also stabbed the dog at least once before wrapping it in several towels and burying it behind a shed in the yard. Police found blood spatter on the wall and window of the master bedroom, in the bathroom, and inside and outside of a trash can. Authorities say the dog's skull and jaw were broken when its body was examined. Beringer will face up to 3 years in prison when he is sentenced.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
Check a postseason baseball Game 7 National League Championship Series, and the Dodgers rallied down 3-1 in the series to beat the Braves 4-3. Kike Hernandez hit a game-tying solo homer in the 6th. Cody Hernandez followed with a go-ahead home run in the 7th, and pitcher Julio Urias tossed scoreless 7th, 8th, and 9th innings to close out the win. LA advances to the World Series for the 3rd time in 4 years. They'll face the Tampa Bay Rays starting on Tuesday. Check a Week 6 in the NFL. Sunday night, 49ers beat the Rams 24-16. San Francisco quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo, who was benched last week, had 3 TD passes in the win. In the top late game, the Buccaneers fell behind 10-0 to the Packers, then reeled off 38 unanswered points in a 38-10 win. That's Green Bay's first loss of the year. In the top early games, overtime for the Titans to top the Texans 42-36. Tennessee's 5-0. Running back Derrick Henry had 212 yards rushing and 2 scores, including the overtime game winner from 5 yards out. Steelers are 5-0, beating the Browns 38-7. The Ravens are 5-1, knocking off the Eagles 30-28.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, a chance for a light wintry mix to start, those high temperatures working up into the upper 40s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 32. Tuesday, a mixture of clouds and sunshine, we're back up to a high of 60 degrees. And for your Wednesday, partial sunshine, upper 50s. For Thursday, a slight chance for some rain showers and 54. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Janet Lawhorn. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office on the north side of the square in Broken Bow. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
31 degrees under a cloudy sky. The winds are really picking up out there, and it's dark right now. Winds out of the southwest 10 to 20 miles per hour. Barometric pressure is falling again now at 30.11, humidity at 87%. High yesterday, 34, with an overnight low of 30. Sunset today at 6:52. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:56. We picked up 1/100th precipitation as of 7 o'clock this morning, 20/100th precipitation in the 24-hour period before that. And most of you woke up with snow on the ground on Sunday morning, kind of a surprise to many of us when we walked out and looked out the window, because it wasn't just a little snow. It was a couple inches here in Broken Bow, and I've heard of 4 and 5 and 6 inches in some places to the north of us with snowfall. So the moisture's nice. It lays on the ground and melts right in. Going to slow maybe harvest down a little bit, give the guys a break to maybe do some extra greasing and maintenance and get back in the field. But the moisture should make it a little less dusty out there for a short period of time anyway. So that's a look at the weather and news at 8 o'clock. We are going to be visiting with some more folks here this morning and having a little fun with Brent, Dave, and guests. And we have our next guest. Come on in. Just come on in. Sit down.
Come on in.
Come on in. Hi,
Hey,
how you doing, Brent?
It's Brent.
Brent Kirkpatrick, Lines Appliance, and he's just stepping in, taking a little time from his busy schedule. Trucks are running around, pickups, delivering appliances all over the place. He's selling TVs. He's got grills. It's going good.
Yeah, it is. Real busy this week. Actually, Matt and Nancy are headed down to Texas on Friday.
I heard they were having a kind of a sale, and
Yeah, they did. They worked with Dave Davis, and they had an auction sale out there at the fairgrounds this weekend, and we're gonna have a sale too. I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So everything on the store, we're just gonna offer free delivery. Anything bought this week, and then on Wednesday, we're gonna have a little cookout. I know kind of times are a little bit different for that, but we're still gonna have one. So come down, maybe grab a burger or a hot dog. We'll be kind of showing off those grills that we have as well.
Yeah. Talk about those a little bit, and then we'll go back to some other things you're doing. This is a pellet grill?
Charcoal.
Yep. The difference there, but it does cook in a different way. Tell us about it.
Yep. So these, they're called Kamado Joe grills, and what it is a Kamado-style grill, and they're made out of ceramic, so they're very heavy. And what they allow you to do is basically reach really hot temperatures, and they also work very well for smoking as well. So where your pellet grills, they can be really good, but these ones, they just get hotter. They can cook a steak in like 7 minutes. It's awesome.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you have to turn it over? Does it just cook it?
Yeah, you want to sear both sides.
Sear it just like you would the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this is a good chance for people to come down and see how they work and taste how they work.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's on Wednesday?
Yep.
Okay.
Wednesday about 5:30 when we get ready to close up. We'll just start doing that.
Okay.
So be open late.
Stop by and have a hamburger or hot dog or?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. We'll be able to show people kind of how they work, and if they're curious about it. Not many people cook with charcoal anymore,
Right.
You get to talking to a lot of the professionals, like those guys out there that do it every day or every weekend, they like charcoal, and it's amazing what you can get with charcoal.
Well, there's kind of a really, how do I want to put it, a taste, that charcoal really gives it some flavor that, there's nothing wrong with the pellet grills or propane, but charcoal's the way we all started grilling, and there's something about a hamburger with charcoal that really makes it good.
You're definitely right. The charcoal that they use, that we sell anyway, it's called big lump charcoal.
Okay.
And what it is they get it from down in Argentina. Actually, they have some really bad invasive trees, and so what they do, they found a way to kind of make something out of nothing, and they cut all these trees down. They throw them in these great big huts. They light them on fire, and then they cap it. So then you get that real, a real big chunk of charcoal. And the nice thing about these versus like the briquettes is you don't hardly have any ash. Like there's less than a quarter of the ash that you have when you get like those briquettes, because the briquettes have so much filler from when they make them and gluing everything together. With this stuff, it burns so clean. You don't have any ash in your food or anything. It's really, really, really nice.
Now, with that heat you're talking about, combined with that, that's a great combination.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah. They are actually coming out with a pellet grill, just like the charcoal one. But I didn't jump on board this year. I like to avoid that first one. It seems like there's always maybe a hiccup or two. So I thought I'm going to wait till next year. So come springtime, I'll have some of these pellet ones too.
All right.
And people, there is a big thought process around that, like, oh, it just takes forever for them to warm up. I tell you, it's not that bad. Everybody just says, I like to go just turn it on. I bet when I get home and I'm going to use mine, I go over, just kind of stir up the coals, get the ash out of the bottom of it, throw the little fire starter deals in there, light them on fire. It maybe takes me less than 5 minutes, I'd say.
Wow.
And then, you go inside and you can start getting things ready, patty out your hamburgers or do whatever.
Yep.
And I bet within 15, 20 minutes it's hot, just like a regular grill.
And then how about because the one thing about a pellet grill, you have a little bucket on the end for the grease. And to me, I guess with the propane grill, I used for years because it was simple and I just went out and turned it on. But honestly, would rather cook on what you're talking about because of the flavor and so forth. But the pellet grills, you about really need to clean the pan underneath pretty frequently, or it gives it. There's a taste there that you want to avoid. How's that work with yours?
That's the great thing about these. Is it basically just burns everything away.
Yeah, see,
it's dripping right onto the charcoal. It's basically getting evaporated.
It just burns it up.
Yeah, there's nothing left just for ash.
There you go. Well, folks, check them out on Wednesday about quitting time, 5:30. Okay, and stop by and have a hamburger hot dog.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And then you mentioned free delivery.
Yeah. I think. Well, Matt asked me if I had anything going on this weekend too. So here a while back when he decided to move down there, so I said no. I'd be more than happy to help you out. If you need to get things down there and wheel them into the house and everything. So I'm gonna go with him. So I thought we're kind of offering free delivery for Matt. So I'm gonna offer free delivery this week.
What Matt gets, the customers get. Right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. I don't know if I'd deliver it free clear to Texas for anybody else except for Matt right now. But.
All right. Well, it's a good time of year to go to Texas. It's starting to get colder, and I know that he'll probably be back up to see us in the spring or summer.
Yep. Yeah, I'm sure he'll make a periodic trip every now and again.
All right. What about appliances? We talked about it last time. Things are a little hard to get. Is your supply a little better now or still tough?
Yeah, we're still building on it. I don't have everything that I would normally like to have, but I do have good inventory on what I do have. Usually I only carry maybe 2 or 3 things on each one. Now I'm starting to carry about 4 to 5, just because there is a longer turnaround on some of that stuff. So,
and I shouldn't even ask because I probably know the answer to the question, but have you been able to get your hands on any freezers?
Yes, but limited. What I do have are 5 and 9 cubic foot chests. And I guess my philosophy on it, what I've learned from Matt, is price them, accordingly for the customers. So, whether you bought a 5 cubic footer or a great big, 20 cubic foot chest, it's a price the same. It's going to be on a per cubic foot basis. So, you could buy 4 or 5 of these little ones and you're going to spend the same money as you would a big one.
See what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
It just seemed to make sense, and especially with times like being that they are, I can't get big ones. So when I was sitting there doing that, Matt just kind of we'll just price them like this. I'm like, yeah, sounds great.
Cubic foot. So whatever size you get, that's what you pay. The other side of that, you hate to freezer burn food and waste it. Sometimes with the big ones, things get forgotten or you don't get to them. And you go to pull that big old steak out of there and it's been in there too long, or especially with wild game, if you freeze it in there, you can vacuum pack and everything, but sometimes a smaller one actually makes more sense for people who there are only 2 of you in the home and that sort of thing.
Yep. And another thing, just right along those lines, is I kind of been pointing that out to people as they've come in the last 2 weeks. If you had your freezer die or you lost power to it for some odd reason, if you have these on different circuits, you're definitely not going to lose everything at this point if you're going to buy a couple of them.
Yeah, if you got 2, make sure you're not on this. Yeah, because that's you hear that quite often. We lost all of our beef because we had it in a big freezer and we didn't know it, and we went in there 2 weeks later and gone.
Yeah. Talk about a big mess. I feel so bad for anybody when they come in. They tell me that.
Yeah.
I think, that's very, very unfortunate.
Yep. So you got some smaller ones.
Yep.
And they're available. And I don't know. This time of year, we know we're going to be inside, and we're starting looking at some of those projects and thinking, well, maybe we should start on that kitchen now and replace some of the things that are in there. A good time to do it.
Yeah. I definitely agree.
Yeah, I bet you do.
I'd probably agree with you that on every day of the year. So
yeah, it doesn't matter what time of the when the stove is not working quite right, or you're wondering whether that microwave is safe. The list goes on. The washer's making a funny noise, and it's not going to be long before it's going to quit spinning. Sooner than later is always better.
Yeah, and I understand that you just don't want to replace everything anytime you have a small issue, I don't do that myself either.
Yeah.
So we do offer, service. With the guy, Rich Zerline, he does the service work for us. He's out of Ansley, right there along Highway 2. And he's phenomenal, really. And I will do that every time, kind of getting myself out of a sale sometimes doing that. But if they can be fixed, then by all means, you should go ahead and fix it. That can save the customer a lot of money and put that back in their own pocket and keeps them going along, and they're happy. And then hopefully I'll get a sale later down the road when it does come time when it's actually wore out.
I bet you will, because they're thinking, well, Brent was good to me, told me it could be fixed, and I'm going to come back and do business with him. So
Yep. We try to make a big habit of that. When you come in, you tell us what you're looking for. I'm probably going to ask you, well, what's wrong with your other one? Why you looking? Is it completely dead, or is it just doing something funny? Or because a lot of times, people just, and I was one of them. I bet before I started doing this, I never thought for more than 5 minutes out of a day, oh, what is my appliance doing and why is it doing that? Before I started doing this, I never thought about that. And then you do it on a daily basis, and I become familiar with everything and understand how some of these things work and the little nuisances of them. And yeah.
So, folks, if you're not familiar with Lines Appliance, they carry American-made, top brand items. You have 2 different brands, I think, that you offer.
Yeah, we're a Whirlpool exclusive dealer. So we carry all Whirlpool products, there's 4 brands that kind of go along with that.
Okay.
Amana, Whirlpool, Maytag, and KitchenAid. You kind of think of it as like a good, better, and best. Almost like I always refer to it like a GMC deal. They have like GMC, Chevy, and Cadillac. It's like the same thing.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but so you have 4 options there, depending on what you like and what your budget might afford you.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Now I guess we're putting the air conditioners away, so I suppose you are too.
Yeah. I think I can officially probably wheel those back after the first snow of the year.
Yeah, after this weekend. Free delivery. Don't forget about Wednesday. Talk a little bit about the TVs.
Yeah. So our TVs. We've got I think people are really kind of surprised when they come in. I've got a really good selection. Anything from just a small, like little 32-inch TV, you want to put in a kitchen or maybe a bedroom or something like that, all the way up to a great big 75-inch TV. I mean, you stand a kid next to it and the players look like they're as big as a kid. So.
Yeah, the size does not distort the picture. It's still as sharp.
It's amazing, yeah. I mean, it really is. We have smart TVs as well, so these are all capable of hooking up to your Wi-Fi, and if you like the streaming stuff now, these can all do that. We carry some different brands. We used to have LGs, and then I had issue getting LGs, so now we're on Samsungs, which I think is still a real solid TV. People recognize that name as well. And then I've got some off-brand stuff. It's called a Skyworth. They save probably about $50 per model when you step down to that. You don't get all the fancy options when you have like a Samsung or an LG, but if you're gonna do some simple things, which what most people are, they work really well, and they have just as nice a picture. Is the awesome thing about it.
And for those of us who are not the handiest at reading instructions and figuring out how to do things, simple sometimes is just great.
Yeah, it is. We also help out with that.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
And actually, I had 2 customers call me this weekend asking me about, hey, how do I do this?
You're lucky you didn't get a call from me. I was thinking, where's the bright, on here? And you got to go this place, that place, and this place. And I don't think I ever did figure it out, but
I can help you with that.
Okay.
This is a good time. Like I know they had the MNAC tournament this weekend, and yet they weren't allowing spectators in. So this is a perfect time to maybe jump on that, and you can get a nice TV, and you can see that when you guys are maybe streaming it.
Yeah, it looked great on ours. We watched the games on ours that we got from you, and I went up to my mom's, and she was watching it up there, and like you say, she's got a really big one that my brother-in-law gave her, and I'm going, God, it looks like she's in this, like in the gym.
Yeah, I remember, before we just moved down the street,
right.
She came over and asked me, she's like, I'm having trouble with this. So I went over and helped her out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice big TV. You are right.
Yeah, it's a big one, but it looks great and we'll be doing some more of that. And that's the thing about the smart TVs. There's so many different channels, so many different movies you can watch, sports, and then now you can watch some of the games we're covering. So
yeah,
pretty fun. Pretty fun. All right, anything else that we didn't cover?
No, I think
we covered
it, majority of it. Oh, I just would like to tell Zach and Michaela Bristol that congratulations on that. We had that wedding here just a couple weekends ago, so that was a lot of fun, and I think they enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it for the first time ever, having a service for that. So that was
that's right. You were the pastor.
Yeah.
And go okay.
Yeah, I thought it went really good. They wanted a nice short one, so I was real happy to do abide and do that way. So
now you mentioned making that an offer that you could offer wedding services with your appliances.
Yeah. I suppose I probably could. I don't know if I want to make a big habit out of it, but
said, well, listen, if you put in fridge, range, microwave, I'll do your wedding.
There you go.
Now, looking at Dave, I got to ask, did you wear a white shirt?
No, but they had certain color schemes they wanted us to wear.
Okay.
So I had a gray shirt and a black tie and some black pants.
Wow.
But
Wow.
Yeah, it was. I clean up okay sometimes. And that was probably one of them.
What are your hours there at Lines Appliance?
Yep, we're open 8:30 to 5:30, and Monday through Friday, and Saturdays we're open from 9 to noon.
Okay, and a website?
Yep, linesappliances.com.
You kind of look at things, maybe pre-look at things before you walk in the store that way.
Yeah, I think some people come in, like especially refrigerators. I've noticed this a lot. Like come in and they start looking and they start asking questions. They're like, "Oh, I don't know if I have the room for that big one."
Yeah.
So this gives you a chance to look at it. You can kind of see dimensions and like, "Oh yeah, I need to measure and make sure this is something I can get into." Or
yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah,
Brent, thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, before you go, in case someone's just tuning in, remind them what you're doing Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah, we're having a little cookout for Matt and Nancy heading off to Texas. So 5:30, show up if you want. We'll have some burgers and some hot dogs and stuff like that.
And because you're delivering Matt and Nancy's goodies down to Texas, you're having free delivery this week.
Free delivery.
All right, Brent, thanks a lot.
Thank you, guys.
We'll take a timeout.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Most people know that Mr. Clean Magic Eraser removes crayon and scuff marks from walls, but did you know it even cleans tough kitchen and bathroom messes that are sometimes tough to tackle? Just wet, squeeze, and erase gray soap scum on your bathtub. Erase cloudy hard water spots in your shower. Erase burnt-on stovetop messes. So for all your tough kitchen and bathroom messes, try Mr. Clean Magic Eraser. Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean.
Cleanings, checkups, and cavities? Have Dr. Chang's dental practice at capacity.
Patient in room 1 is getting a root canal. The x-rays in room 2 are going to have to wait. We're down to 1 hygienist.
It's time to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. The moment you sponsor a job on Indeed, you get a short list of quality candidates from our resume database. Indeed delivers 2.5 times more hires than the other branded job sites combined, according to Breezy HR 2019. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get a $75 credit for your first job post. Terms and conditions apply.
If you're looking for a job you'll love with great pay, benefits, and a flexible schedule, Runza is hiring. The Broken Bow location is hiring for full and part-time hours. Apply online at runza.com/jobs for a job you'll love, making the food you already love. The Broken Bow Runza restaurant is hiring. Visit runza.com/jobs to apply today. Runza makes it all better.
Are you having a hard time getting moving after your surgery? Call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. If you have recently undergone surgery to your knee, hip, shoulder, back, or wrist, or having trouble doing the things you love, call Team Physical Therapy 872-5111. With our highly trained staff in orthopedic rehabilitation, we are committed to getting you moving again. Call us at any of our locations close to you or check us out at myteampt.com 872-5111.
Winter, spring, summer, or fall. Now all you got to do is call.
Solution to send funds electronically. Perfect for splitting rent or the dinner bill. Access Zelle through Bruning Bank's free app or online banking platform. Getting started is quick and easy. Zelle has replaced pot money. Visit bruningbank.com to learn more about switching or signing up for Zelle. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
8:34 is your time. A reminder, we will be visiting with Full Circle Irrigation this morning, Todd Wardeen and Darlene and the crew. Talk a little bit about how the season went and a good time of year to start thinking about maybe additions to your pivot and irrigation needs. So we'll be talking with them about that. Right now we're going to talk about Runza with Joyce. How you doing?
Good morning. Doing well.
Good. Good to have you in. You look bright and cheery.
Well, there's a little snow on the ground. I'm the snow lover. I know that's a bad thing to say, but life is good when there's snow in the air in my world.
Well, when there's just what we got, I kind of like it too. Now, when you start getting into where you're talking feet, I don't like that.
Oh.
But maybe just
What's
really
wrong with
you're okay with feet of snow?
The more snow, the better. And I know, my dad always said if you had to work livestock, you would understand, and I do. I'm sorry for those people, but you can't help it if you love it,
Yeah, if you like it, makes you feel good.
Yeah, one years ago we were in Breckenridge one Thanksgiving, and the snow was coming down, and I looked at Kevin and I said, "Oh my gosh, wouldn't you love to retire here?" And the look he gave me was, I'll never forget it. And he said, if I go anywhere, I'm retiring where I can play golf, and it wouldn't be Breckenridge in the winter.
No. And you also might, your budget would be a little high there as well.
Yes. And by the way, we're not going anywhere, but, that was just an offhand statement.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Well, it was nice yesterday. It was kind of surprising, actually, when you woke up and looked out, and it was totally covered there early in the early part of the day.
Yeah.
So, but that's great for chili and soup. And
it's soup season. It just makes you feel like soup. And that being said, of course, we have homemade chili and our potato bacon soup every day at Runza. And then we have a third soup that rotates in and out. So on Mondays, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, we have broccoli cheese. And on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Saturday, we have Wisconsin cheese. And if you have trouble remembering that, feel free to call the restaurant. Or when you're pulling in, most days it'll be up on our sign as to what the soup is that given day.
Okay.
Now remember, once we have chili, then that allows us to make our chili salad, which we start with iceberg lettuce and spinach mix. And then we add cheese, tortilla strips, of course, chili. It's wonderful. And our homemade ranch. We also, on our kind of quote-unquote secret menu, you can do our chili cheese fries, which is, of course, French fries, chili, American cheese, and Lowry's seasonings. And then on Wednesdays, you can get our chili cheese pig. So lots of options now that chili is back.
Right. And cinnamon rolls as well.
Absolutely. We have our cinnamon rolls. If you haven't had them, they're fantastic. We can sell them by the dozen this year. They're just selling like crazy.
Are they?
Yeah. So please remember that you can order a dozen. If you know a little ways ahead, give us a call. If not, you can still walk in and get them by the dozen.
Well, that's a good sign because they've been tweaking this for a while, and
exactly
they've hit the target now. It sounds
well,
like.
We're thinking so. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
And it's a totally different roll than last year.
Yeah,
so
it's very good. You brought us out some.
We have a chef at Runza, and he's worked on it for the last several years to get it to where they think they've hit the spot. So yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. Wanted to mention, of course, besides the dozens of cinnamon rolls you can order, we now have some catering options that you can pick up. We have chicken strips in 20-piece lots, so you can get a 20-piece chicken strip or 40 or 60, and then you get a large tub of dressing along with that. So, of course, our homemade ranch is the most popular choice there, but you can get barbecue or whatever you want. You can also, on the catering menu, get 50 corn dogs, or if you order ahead of time, you can get the mini Runzas, the party-size Runzas in original or cheese. So lots of options there. And then, of course, we can always do soup, either crock pot size or large electric roaster size or multiple large electric roasters, depending on the size of the event.
Okay. And I know that these days we can't hardly do anything without thinking about the COVID and all of that, social distancing. And I think having individually wrapped Runzas that you can hand out at a combine crew, or,
right,
or events coming up, works great for folks. If they don't want to sit down at the table, they can stand up and eat those. Right?
Yes. And talking about the combining, we're seeing a lot of our friends from the rural areas coming and getting orders, and if you need stuff bagged separate or something, let us know and we can work with you on that to make it convenient when you get back to the field.
All right. Okay. What else?
Oh, just wanted to talk for a minute about our burgers. It's kind of the time of year when you start thinking about eating a little bit heavier. And so just kind of wanted to mention the different burgers that we have. Of course, we have our hamburger and our cheeseburger, but then also we have the Swiss mushroom burger, which is a very popular one with Swiss cheese, mushrooms, mayonnaise, and Lowry's seasonings. Or we have the Legend Supreme, which, was featured at one time. You don't see it advertised, but we still have it, still make it. That comes with 2 cheeses, the Swiss cheese, American cheese. Then it has our homemade ranch dressing, lettuce and tomato. And, of course, the ever-popular Spicy Jack burger with pepper jack cheese, bacon, grilled jalapenos, and jalapeno ranch dressing. The barbecue bacon Swiss burger with Swiss cheese, bacon, and barbecue sauce. And because we are one of the few restaurants that still has the French onion dip, we can still make the French onion burger, which of course has that French onion dip on it, and then Swiss cheese, caramelized onions, and Lowry's seasoning.
All right. All sounds good.
So lots of options there to put with your chili or your soup.
And you know what? I was going to ask you this, and I think we've talked about it before, but there's still people out there that have been Runza fans even before you were kind enough to bring us a Runza that just want to get a Runza.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
And maybe a different variation of that, but you still have all those choices, the hot ones and the
yes.
whole
Oh yeah, we have the Spicy Jack Runza, we have a cheese Runza, we have a Swiss mushroom Runza, an original Runza, and of course we can always just tuck in that Runza, whatever it is you want on your own if you want something like that. So that's an option too.
Don't forget about the ice cream. They got the best ice cream. You've got the cones, you have the sundaes, you can get the shakes.
Yep, the dishes. We have the $1 ice cream cones, dishes, or mini shakes in the ice cream line, and those shakes can come in strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, and cappuccino. Of course, we also have the $1 cookie. Lots of options there on that $1 menu for good after-school treats or little dessert after you've had your main meal or whatever. And back to the soup, I wanted to mention that, that can be a part of your combo meal. If you don't want the fries or the onion rings or the frings, you can substitute in that soup. There's a little bit of an upcharge, but that soup can be part of that combo meal if you so choose.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question outside of
Sure.
Runza? Because you're president, I believe, of the Custer County Economic Development Group, right?
Yep.
Groundbreaking on Friday.
Yeah, we
that
had
was
a
pretty
big
exciting.
day Friday. Very exciting. Yeah. We broke ground up on Hillcrest, which is east of the housing development, east of the hospital there, for starting with 2 homes there, and then we'll move from there once those sell and the money turns over. Then there can be more homes built. So there's 3 lots up there right now that we can use, and working on hopefully having more lots developed up there. So lots of good things happening. You hear it here, you hear our ads, you hear ads for other places. Broken Bow needs a larger workforce than what we have. But housing goes hand in hand with that workforce. If you don't have housing, you don't get the workforce.
Yep. That's the way it works.
Yeah, it's the way it works. And you don't really think about it until you start really working in it. But, people want to come to town, and then they start looking and they don't have a place for their family or this or that, and they choose to go somewhere else because the housing doesn't meet their needs. So
yep. And a lot of them that are coming in will or have sold a house
somewhere else
where they're coming from, and so they want something that's as good as they had or better, and so sometimes that newer housing is more inviting to the newcomers.
Right. Okay. I know. I don't remember if it was Matt Williams or Lieutenant Governor Foley that day that said, and I don't know that this is exactly right, but he said he would guess if Broken Bow put up 100 homes, they could probably get those filled. And that might be stretching it a little bit, but I think we could fill a lot more than anyone realizes.
Well, we're fortunate to
if
have,
it's affordable housing.
Yeah, and we have Sergeant Irrigation, Sergeant Pipe, we have BD, we have the college. And there's a lot of things here that people will come for if they can find a place to stay.
Exactly. Adams, Thomas Livestock, those
Yep.
are both huge employers. So
Yep.
there's a lot of need for housing. So exciting that we finally broke ground. That was on a trust fund grant from the Department of Economic Development, and they have another cycle of money coming out soon that we're going to be working real hard on to see if we can secure some more funds, because it has a 4 times the match if you can get it. So it'll match 4 times what we can raise locally.
Okay. Well,
So-
thank you for
Yes.
being a part of that.
Yeah, it's exciting. Very exciting.
Good. Talk a little bit. Are you okay for help right now, or?
We're always taking applications. People's lives change and situations change. So if you're interested, feel free to apply online at runza.com/jobs or stop in for a paper application. Still could probably use somebody on those noon hours during school when we don't have our students available. So always looking. Feel free to apply or come talk to us if you have questions.
All right. Thanks, Joyce.
Yes, thank you. See you in a couple weeks.
Okay. Appreciate you coming in. More after these words.
Care is confusing, period. That's why having a knowledgeable local agent is so important. This is Liana with Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency. Are you turning 65 soon and not sure what Medicare plans you need to sign up for or when? Maybe you're over 65 and still employed with questions about your Medicare options when you retire. Or you've had Medicare coverage for years and are wondering if there are changes or more affordable plans available. Give me a call at 836-2201 for an appointment. As your agent, I can answer those questions.
For those 62 years of age and for those that are handicapped or disabled regardless of their age, the Grand Generation Manor in Callaway has affordable housing available. An equal housing opportunity provider and employer. They're located at 200 South Grand Avenue in Callaway. The Grand Generation Manor. At Barney Health Mart, your locally owned Health Mart pharmacy, they're celebrating the first Husker game with new Husker decor, including garden and large house flags. They have awesome decorative mailbox covers, too. How about a football napkin holder with some Nebraska napkins? To make it even sweeter, these Husker items and many more are 20% off this week. The Big Red will be back this Saturday. Cheer them on with savings from Barney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Is pain keeping you from doing what you love? If your neck, shoulders, back, or knees are preventing you from feeling your best, it's time to take action. Whether you've had it for years or it's due to a recent injury, you don't have to live with the pain. Pearson Physical Therapy of Broken Bow offers personalized treatments and flexible appointments that work around your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Been scouting for that trophy buck? AeroSeed has game cameras to do the job for you. Moultrie's white flash trail cameras are the perfect scouting tool for hunters and wildlife watchers. There's one for every need and budget. With 30 years of experience, Moultrie is known for its products that are reliable, durable, top-performing, and affordable. Also available at AeroSeed are supplements and gravity feeders to promote health and antler growth. Stop into AeroSeed in Broken Bow to learn more about game cameras and supplements to enhance your wildlife experiences.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Good to have you folks along. Always enjoy it when you're with us here. We've had so many good guests, Brent. We're not going to stop now.
All right, good.
We have Todd Wardeen on the line with Full Circle Irrigation. Todd, how you doing?
Really good.
Good. I want to jump in real quick here and ask you what this season was like compared to the past couple. We had floods in 2019. We had no need for a lot of irrigation in the year previous to that. How did this one fit in?
This one was extremely busy, and there were a lot of problems that developed just from machines sitting idle the year before, and then the demands of this year. We found a lot of weak spots, but made her through.
You helped everybody out, and you've got a crew there that can do that. I was looking at Full Circle's website this morning, checking things out. You've got a really great crew. Of course, you're in Litchfield and Broken Bow, the new facility here in Broken Bow, and I think Rebecca Amsbury is running the office here, but you've got technicians of all different types, specialties in electricity and other areas as well. That's going to make it a little better to get out there and help those guys and gals.
Yeah, I couldn't do it without the guys. We have a really good group of guys, and like you say, they've got a lot of different background and capability, and seems like it takes a while to develop that kind of staff and to get those guys hired, and then it's never easy to hold on to them. Other people want good help too, and there's a lot of competition out there, but we're really happy with the job they did this last summer.
Good. Now, you also have Darlene there with you, and she is owner and office manager there, and I know she keeps everything kind of straightened out for you in Litchfield, and then you've got the office in Broken Bow. How's it worked out for you so far having two locations, Todd?
Well, it's been busy, and it was a little bit of a challenge last year with being kind of the first full season in Broken Bow, not this past year, but the year before,
right.
And just trying to get that separate location so that it could be a standalone and not just a place that we filled in.
Mm-hmm.
And we have Greg Johnson and Pat McGraw's working out of there now, and I'm there quite a little bit. Rebecca's there full time, so we still have all the guys we had at Litchfield, and so it's been a challenge, but I think it's developed well, and I'm comfortable with it, and I hope our customers are too.
Well, it sounds like you took care of them this summer, and certainly the question I asked was somewhat obvious with, August being so dry, the water kind of shut off in July, and they wouldn't really having the crops they're having if they didn't have that irrigation going this year. And in previous years, we had too much water, and that's not always good either. And I imagine some of that too much water caused some problems with having to work some fields so that the pivots could actually run. But you made it through it. Talk a little bit about now. I'm wondering about timelines. If the guys and gals out there are thinking about, what, we need to add another system here on the farm. When do they start talking to you about that? Right now for next year, or how's that work?
Well, it's a good idea to start thinking about it. People are in their combines, and they have a lot of other things going on, and so we don't expect the phone to ring a lot. But if a guy just kind of usually there'll be a few guys kind of taking notes, and they might have a problem getting one moving out of the field, and as they're going by, they think, I meant to schedule somebody to take a look at this pivot for a sprinkler package or a gearbox update or something, and so it's we'll take those calls now, and pretty soon winter's going to be here, and it gets a lot tougher to do everything, but now's a good time to schedule it. Anytime between now, the spring of the year gets really busy, but there's always a lot of calls that happen at that time too.
Sure. And efficiency is the key anymore, and I know you guys concentrate on that with the technologies that are available. I suppose if they have an older system out there might be some retroing you can do, or even total replacement. But as you say, they have some time to plan, talk to their lender, and get together with you. I know you service all brands, but talk about the products that you carry that I know you're really proud of.
Well, we're really happy to be able to offer AgSense as part of our technology side of being connected to your pivots, and the new panels. If you've got an old panel that's had some mouse damage or just has been on fire or shows signs of corrosion, it's we have updated panels that can fit right on and either use, your existing as a host, the new line of panels, and an Icon panel. And it has accents in it, and you can either activate it or not activate it, or you can still get a standalone basic panel, very reliable. I really like our gearboxes. We've got a few guys looking at some driveline conversions. Valley's the only company that makes a gearbox in the United States. It's made in Valley, Nebraska, and it's a very high-quality gearbox, and we're kind of proud to offer that.
You bet. Also, if I remember correctly, when I was down to Litchfield last time, we talked a little bit about storage and that sort of thing. As far as building storage for folks out there, how's that going?
It's going pretty well. We just got we had a last-minute grain bin order, and I think they're going to finish up with it today.
Great.
And then we'll be done for this year's season for new grain bin.
All right, and of course the same.
For fall harvest, we have a hopper bin that's going to go up for a guy wanting to feed some cattle, and just waiting to get a little bit of time out of harvest so he can help with that.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got a couple of repair jobs going on right now.
Good.
So there's a new floor and unload auger going in, and so it's still kind of busy, but harvest is underway, and for some people they're quite a ways through it, but there's still time to make a few repairs.
You bet. And I understand what you said completely. When the family and the guys and the crews get to harvesting, their main goal right now is get it all in the bin or get it to the elevator before we get in too far into the winter season. And I suppose this snow is a little reminder that it can happen any time. So we understand that they're concentrating on getting that in, so that they can think about next year and getting together with you. I know that you have a website I spoke of earlier, and when they're taking a break, they can check in on that as well, or give you a call, I'm sure.
Sure, anytime.
Okay. Thanks for being part of the farm safety and the different things we're doing here at the station. You're always good to us about that. And I know that you guys have to be very, very careful out there with electricity and water combined, and underground and overhead and all those sorts of things. So I know safety's a big deal with you guys.
Yeah, we have a lot of exposure, and knock on wood, we haven't had any major catastrophes, but you just gotta hope to avoid that.
You sure do. Well, anything else that we didn't talk about that you wanted to mention?
No, I just, talked about grain storage and with sitting in long lines, it's just a management tool, and the timing for that, the winter specials are now.
Okay.
The good discounts are all happening right now, and it's hard to think about next year, but it's a good time to evaluate that. And it's a good time pricing-wise to try to put an order in.
Yeah, save some money. Okay.
Yep.
Last question. Your wife, Darlene, are we okay? Because she seems to avoid me.
She has stage fright.
Maybe it's Dave fright. I'm not sure. No.
I don't think it has anything to do with you.
Oh, okay. All right, Todd. Well, tell Darlene hello for us from the Breakfast Show, and thanks so much for your time this morning, and thanks for being a part of the Breakfast Show.
Thank you.
Yep. Take care, Todd.
You too.
All right. Todd Wardeen, they have a beautiful facility just out east of Broken Bow on Highway 2 as you're around the corner. I always marvel at that building and their signage and how everything looks so organized around there. And then they have the shop down in Litchfield as well. And they're just really good, hard-working folks that you can trust. And I hope you'll give them a call if you're thinking about storage, maybe shortening those lines up a little bit for you next harvest, being able to hedge on your crops a little bit. You guys know all the advantages to having storage. It's a matter of pulling the trigger on it, and talk to Todd and Darlene, or give Rebecca a call here in Broken Bow, and they'll take care of you at Full Circle Irrigation. All right, Brent, we've taken care of our guest list this morning. Next hour, we're going to talk about some events and businesses between 9 and 9:30. We are a little short-handed today. Jeremy will be in tomorrow. He's pre-recorded some of his programming on KBBN, of course, but in person, he'll be here tomorrow. And we also know that, as we mentioned, we have stories coming up this week on Sandals Express about all the sports that Brent talked about. All of the ribbon cuttings and Grow Awards that were handed out last Friday. And, of course, we're watching the COVID situation very carefully. The governor stiffening rules up effective the 21st to a certain degree. He'll be on the air today on KCNI, and I imagine that's going to be part of the subjects, if not all, that they'll be talking about today, starting at 2 o'clock.
Yeah, the governor will do his monthly live call-in program, courtesy of the Nebraska Broadcasters Association. And as we always do, we'll air that for you on KCNI, 1280 AM and 96.3 FM. And as Dave mentioned, it'll come your way at 2 o'clock today.
All right, news is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Global coronavirus cases topped 40 million today. And there's new information about the lasting effects of the virus. CBS's Vicki Barker.
The Oxford University study found a large number of COVID patients continued to suffer breathlessness, fatigue, anxiety, and depression 2 to 3 months after being discharged from the hospital.
Early voting is getting underway in 6 more states today, including Florida. Correspondent Manuel Bojorquez is in Miami.
People have been standing out here for hours now, braving sporadic downpours. This is Florida, after all. Many told us that they wanted to get here early to cast their ballot before the start of their workday.
A man in a harness dangled off the side of Chicago's Trump Tower, demanding to speak with the president. Police Commander Patty Casey.
They negotiated for over 13 hours with a distraught man who had rappelled over a ledge on the 16th floor patio of the Trump Hotel.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
Game 7 of the National League Championship Series. Dodgers and Braves knotted at 3-all in the 7th.
Martin's 23rd pitch. Bellinger with a fly ball to right field. Cody Bellinger has just given the Dodgers a 4-3 lead.
And that 4-3 margin was enough to earn them a trip to the World Series. That was Dodgers Radio, AM 570 LA Sports. Julio Urias closed out the win with 3 innings of no-hit ball. So the Dodgers win the series. They will face the Rays in the World Series. Sunday night NFL action. The 49ers beat the Rams 24-16. Jimmy Garoppolo threw 3 touchdown passes in the win for San Francisco. Buccaneers rallied from 10 down to beat up the Packers 38-10, first loss of the season for Green Bay. And the Titans won a shootout over the Texans in overtime 42-36. Derrick Henry more than 200 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns in the win.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, a chance for a light wintry mix to start, those high temperatures working up into the upper 40s. Then for tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 32. Tuesday, a mixture of clouds and sunshine. We're back up to a high of 60 degrees. Then for your Wednesday, partial sunshine, upper 50s. For Thursday, a slight chance for some rain showers and 54. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Caro.
31 degrees outside, cloudy and breezy. We could see some sleet off and on first half of the day today. Should straighten out a little bit later on this afternoon, but it's not going to be, toasty. We'll just have to, make up our minds that's the way it's going to be. All right, we have some businesses and things we want to talk about this morning. Stay tuned. That's coming up. But right now we're going to take a little highway ride down Ventura Highway with America.
So we want to make sure that you're aware of that. Again, that is the Warriors of the Light Women's Conference. It was scheduled for this weekend, but now has been moved to May 22nd of next year.
All right, thank you very much. Also, with Quality Senior Villages here in Broken Bow, who specialize in taking care of people with Alzheimer's and dementia, you can rest assured that they are taking all the necessary precautions to keep those folks living there safe. And you might want to contact them because this whole thing is a bit fluid. It's getting more fluid now. So you might want to give Kent a call and make sure you understand how they're doing things from week to week, day to day even, because some of the restrictions that are going to be increased start on the 21st with the governor, and they really honestly haven't asked much of us, even with the increase in the restrictions that he just released. But that could change, and we're not sure right now what Kent's doing at Quality Senior Villages, but we know that he's doing the right thing, so give them a call and check with them before you think about going and visiting anybody.
Yeah, you know that they're always following all of the recommendations from the CDC as well as the DHHS to protect their residents. So give them a call at 872-6387. Of course, Quality Senior Villages, a wonderful care facility here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, that specializes in care for those battling through Alzheimer's and related dementia. And to find out more about their services right there at the facility, perhaps you want to talk to them about availability to take care of a loved one that is battling through Alzheimer's and related dementia, just give them a call. And their phone number is 872-6387. That's 872-6387.
All right, and on that subject, I don't know if you heard on CBS News this morning, I think it was at 7 o'clock maybe, that they continue to do research for dementia and Alzheimer's, and they've discovered that really cold water for animals stimulates and actually increases brain cells. And they're going to follow that up and see how that relates to human beings, and if they can come up with something, a medication that is stemming off of that fact that really, really cold water, freezing or below, stimulates brain cells. Wouldn't that be something?
Yes.
Yep. So work continues in that area, no doubt about it. The end of an era. The end of an era.
Oh, my.
Oh.
Okay, do tell.
Well, it's kind of sad because this particular soda was kind of a representation of the times in the 70s.
Okay.
And it was kind of like a hippie pop, if you will.
Right. Well, talking about Fresca?
No, you're close, though.
Am I really?
Yeah, Tab.
Tab. Oh, man, yeah.
Yep.
I remember the old Tab commercials.
Yeah.
When I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't it? It was a soft drink, but wasn't it like to lose? Didn't they promote it to lose calories, or am I dreaming?
It might have been one of the first diet pops.
or maybe less calories in it.
Yeah, probably
is what
less.
I'm thinking of. Yeah.
But I didn't realize Coca-Cola introduced it clear back in 1963, and it was very popular in the 60s and 70s. It was a cultural thing in the late 70s. By 1980, it had cornered the market only to be upended 2 years later by Diet Coke. So you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
That was kind of your low-cal pop.
But it did. I don't recall ever having Tab. But did it taste good? I don't think it really tasted good, did it?
Well,
or am I dreaming?
It was a cola, but, I don't know if I drank enough of it to remember whether it was good or not. My oldest son had a girlfriend, and this was way past the 70s, more like 90s.
Uh-huh.
And she loved Tab, and so when we would travel with them, we'd have to find a grocery store that would sell Tab, and that was not the easiest thing to do.
It probably wasn't at that time, no.
But the demise for Tab was part of the plan for Coca-Cola to streamline their product offerings.
Mm-hmm.
So Tab is no longer.
All right. You mentioned a Coke product.
Mm-hmm.
Do we just have one taste of Coke now? Do you remember when they changed the formula of Coke?
Yeah.
Remember when we went through all of that, the new Coke?
Right.
We didn't like the new Coke, so we brought back Coca-Cola Classic.
Yeah, Classic.
Now we just have Coke now, right? We don't have two different flavors of Coke.
I'm not sure. I've got some little cans of Coke that I don't know if it says original on it, though. That's a good question.
I don't know. I just remember when they were doing the new Coke, and it just, I don't think it turned out quite the way they wanted it to.
We didn't, no. We needed to go all the way back to where Coke was named for a particular ingredient that was in it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Back in the day, if you read history about food, it's more interesting than you would think. Food and the evolution of packaged food. And then along came pop in bottles and in cans. And the Food and Drug Administration was formed, and all of a sudden people weren't getting quite so sick on the meat they were buying at the grocery store because there was no rules. So it's really quite interesting. And things like cocaine and other stimulants and opiums were used in a lot of products back then before the FDA came along because it made people feel, kind of good. Wasn't good for them.
Yeah.
But thank goodness we formed the Food and Drug Administration because they kind of watch those sort of things for us most of the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, kind of interesting.
Wow, Tab. That's it. Yeah. Boy, I did forget about Tab. Yeah.
Kind of in a pinkish,
yes,
dark pink color with little circles and bubbly kind of. Yeah. Tab. All right, Garden Center.
Yes.
Hasn't been around since the 60s, but it's been around longer than you'd think. And Ryan Anderson has done really well since he purchased the business a few years ago. And he's changed some things up. He's kept some of the things that everybody expects at the Garden Center. And it's going good.
It is going good. And I'm not exactly sure where we stand in the process of lawn care going into the winter. I mean, now that we've had a snowfall, I don't know about the application of some of these things, but Ryan knows about it. So you might want to give him a little bit of a visit, especially if you haven't put on that winterizer or whatever that you kind of need to do going into the fall and into the winter on your lawn. You can visit with Ryan about it and kind of see where we stand as far as applying some of those things. If you're still looking to finish up and sprucing up your landscaping of the yard as we go through the fall, don't forget they carry peat gravel, washed mud rock, washed river rock, and bulk washed river rock. Carry mulch. That's not easy to say, man.
No.
Carry mulch in stock, too. They got the shredded cedar, bulk shredded cedar, and eco compost. And they're always getting, they do have in now some wonderful fall decor items, pumpkin decor, wall decor, some wall hangings, plus, of course, real pumpkins and gourds, too. We're in that time of the season. My goodness, Halloween is when? A week from, is it Saturday?
Let's see.
The 31st?
Yeah.
I think it's a week from Saturday, yeah. So check it out at the Garden Center in Broken Bow. They're ready to go to work for you. And they are open Tuesday through Friday, 10 to 5:30, and also open on Saturday from 10 until 2. Right now closed on both Monday and Sunday.
More after these words.
It's that special time of year at Bow Bootery. It's time for trade-in days. Bring in those old shoes, purses, hats, and boots that you have and trade them in on something new. They have lots of great new fall shoes and fashion boots that want to go home with you. Make your feet happy and take some home and clear some space in the closet too. Trade-in days. Going on right now at Bow Bootery on the Square in Broken Bow.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and Nebraska State Bank wants to remind everyone that early detection is key to winning the fight. Studies have shown that when cancer is detected at an early stage, the fight can start sooner and the chances of beating it increase greatly. Most of us know someone in our lives or someone locally who has battled breast cancer. In celebration of those who have fought or still fighting, they encourage everyone to take the steps towards protecting your health by self-monitoring and visiting your doctor. Nebraska State Bank, member FDIC.
For delicious, hot, and filling meals, remember the GK Deli at the grocery cart. We're proud to serve delicious Chester's chicken, plus we can slice up meats and cheeses however you like. Daily specials are available to switch things up. And with your rewards card, every 11th special is free. Grab food and go or relax in our dining area. We are very proud of the job our deli is doing to keep our deli and eating area safe and sanitary. Come join us for a meal at the Grocery Cart Deli in Broken Bow.
As October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we are reminded of the importance of annual mammograms. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime. The Callaway District Hospital is proud to offer the most advanced imaging in 3D digital mammography. 3-dimensional imaging can detect new cancers sooner than regular 2D mammograms alone. Early detection is key to increasing your survival rate. Please call 308-836-2228 to schedule your 3D mammogram. The Callaway District Hospital.
9:19. This just in. Elks Bingo canceled until further notice due to COVID-19. They just don't think it's worth the risk. And with the governor coming out with new guidelines, Elks Bingo canceled until further notice, so that will not be held as planned. Here's Brent with more.
Well, sure. Let's tell you about a couple of job opportunities that are listed for you right now on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page to find out more. Adams Land and Cattle in Broken Bow is currently hiring seasonal and full-time positions for their feeding, heavy equipment, and farming teams with hiring bonuses up to $5,000. Adams offers competitive wages and a full benefits package with medical, dental, paid time off, and a company match 401k. Visit their website at adamslandandcattle.com for more additional information on their career opportunities. And be sure to stay connected by following Adams Land and Cattle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And again, you can check out more by going to sandhillsexpress.com and clicking on the employment page. Also, Callaway Good Life Center, they have some career opportunities available for you as well. Looking for LPNs and RNs, part or full-time positions are available. Also have a night charge nurse shift available as well, a day shift medication nurse, and possibly other duties for the right applicant. Also part-time and full-time positions available on all shifts for CNAs and MAs. And they have a dietary part-time cook position available as well, offering competitive wages and benefits. Call 836-2267 to find out more. You can also find out more and find an application on their website, which is CallawayGoodLife.com. Also, feel free to email them at CallawayGoodLife@gpcom.net. And one more that we want to tell you about. Ed Lashley with Redfern Electric, based in Callaway, but they provide electrical service through Central Nebraska. They're looking for dependable, reliable job candidates. Whether you're just getting started at the entry level or you're an experienced electrician, they'll provide the training that you need. Redfern Electric offers health benefits plus vacation and holiday pay, competitive wages, and company pickups. Call Ed at 402-641-2782 or 836-2254. You can also email redfernelectric@yahoo.com for more information on this great opportunity. And to see more, just go to sandhillsexpress.com and click on the employment page.
All right. Wife crashes her husband's wedding. This just in.
What?
The breakfast show. Wife crashes her husband's wedding.
Well, do tell me more.
A bride in Zambia got an unexpected surprise when someone objected to her marriage during the ceremony. You know, that part where they go, anybody who How's that go? Anybody who objects to this union,
of
speak
why
now.
why this man and woman should not be bound together in holy matrimony.
That's
okay.
good. That's
yes,
good, Brent.
Thanks.
Well, it turns out that the person who did object during the ceremony was the groom's wife.
Oh,
yes.
Well,
a woman carrying a child on her back crashed the church service, screaming that her husband was standing at the altar. Apparently, the bride knew he was married, and he told his wife he was just going on a business trip.
Okay. All right. So I'm sorry. I'm trying to follow this. So the guy was still, this wasn't an ex-wife. This was his current wife. He was still married.
Still married, had a child.
And was preparing to marry someone else.
Yes. And the bride that he was marrying knew that he was married.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But the guy told his real wife that he was going on a business trip.
Okay.
He was arrested and charged with bigamy.
All right. Well, I just don't know what to say after that story. I really don't.
How would you think you would get away with that? But some, there have been, I've seen movies and stories where some guy has actually 3 people that believe that he's married to them.
Yeah.
And they have 3 different houses and all of that. I think that was a little far-fetched because I don't know if any guy could afford 3 houses, but and 3 families.
Yeah.
But this was just, she just crashed it with the baby on her back and stopped the wedding, and his business trip was over.
Yeah, I would say so. Yes.
That's something that you could talk about around the table at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. That would be a good story to tell.
That's good. That's good coffee talk.
Yeah.
Right there.
You could tell Brad, you can only have one wife at a time, and I think you already know that, Brad, because I know your wife well enough to know that your nose would be broke.
Yes, if you want to have conversations like that, Brubaker's is certainly open for you. It's a great place to gather with friends and have a little coffee talk.
Yes.
It's always fun. Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts is what we're talking about. They're located in Arnold, Nebraska. Just a beautiful place in a historic building right there downtown Arnold. They are a coffee house and gift shop. So we want to really stress that because they have some great things in there and getting new merchandise, it seems like, each and every day. And they today want to remind you about their special holiday open house, which is coming up very soon. So circle this date on your calendar, or I should say these dates. It'll be Thursday, November 5th, 8 until 7. Friday, November 6th, 8 to 5. Saturday, November 7th, 9 to 3. And it looks like on Thursday when they open it for the first time, hot cider and appetizers from 5 to 7 on November 5th. 25% off merchandise. Some exclusions will apply. They'll have new Christmas decor in, loads of stocking stuffers for all ages, gifts for the whole family and your friends. You can register to win a door prize, and while you're walking around the store, you can enjoy a delicious cup of coffee, a latte, any of their specialty drinks that they offer, and they've got some great baked goods too. So make sure you mark those days on your calendar. Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts Holiday Open House, going to be Thursday, November 5th, 8 to 7, Friday, November 6th, 8 to 5, Saturday, November 7th, 9 to 3. And don't forget, they're open for you Tuesday through Friday, 8 to 5, and open Saturday, 9 to 3 every week.
All right, this just in to the breakfast show. Evander Holyfield is 58 years old today.
Wow, 58.
World champion boxer.
Mm-hmm.
The only boxer in history to win the undisputed championship in 2 weight classes.
Yeah, the only boxer in history to have his ear bitten off.
That is true. Back in 1997, Mike Tyson bit his ear off in a match called the Bite Fight.
Okay, think about Evander Holyfield and some of the fights he's been in. Okay, you got the Tyson deal. Wasn't he the one that was fighting Lennox Lewis when the parachute guy came in and this parachuter all of a sudden parachuted into the ring? during their fight. Wasn't that Lewis and Holyfield?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's been involved in some interesting ones.
Yes, he has. But he has held championship in 2 weight
Oh,
classes.
he was a great fighter.
He was a bulldog. All right, we'll be back in just a moment or two. Brent has a couple pieces of paper yet in his hand. That means he has more to tell you. Stay tuned.
Frontier Family Pharmacy in Broken Bow is open and ready to fulfill your pharmaceutical needs, both prescriptions and over-the-counter. They want to let you know that due to the rising numbers of COVID-19 and their care and concern for the community, they are postponing their open house to a later date. They hope that everyone stays healthy and safe during this time, and their heart goes out to those in the community who have been affected. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 6, 9 to 1 on Saturday, just south of the square in Broken Bow. Frontier Family Pharmacy.
The Broken Bow Housing Authority offers affordable housing at Custer Heights, as well as 2 to 5 bedroom homes. Contact Don West today at 872-2850. Income qualifications apply. 872-2850. That's Broken Bow Housing Authority.
Back to school may be a little different this year, but you can still earn cash for your school with Country Heart's Loaves for Learning program. It's easy, too. Just enjoy Country Heart's breads you already love. Then save the UPC from the package. Each is worth 5 cents. Your school can receive up to $10,000 this year. The funds can be used for books, computers, sports, music, whatever your school needs. Learn more at loavesforlearning.com. Country Heart's Breads, baking our best for you.
Enlist E3 soybeans and Enlist herbicides offer farmers the weed control they deserve. Enlist One and Enlist Duo herbicides provide exceptional control of tough, resistant broadleaf weeds. You also gain flexibility with Enlist E3 soybeans. With tolerance to 2,4-D-choline, glyphosate, and glufosinate, you can design a custom approach to post-emergent weed control on Enlist E3 acres. Use Enlist herbicides as the cornerstone of your weed management plan and get on-target application with inherently low volatility 2,4-D-choline and with Colex D technology in Enlist One and Enlist Duo. Enlist herbicides offer near zero volatility, reduced potential for physical drift, and better handling characteristics. Get the weed control you need with Enlist E3 soybeans. Learn more at enlist.com. That's enlist.com.
I think I'm going to put Brent out on an island here on the Breakfast Show. You ready, Brent?
You're not, are you?
Yeah.
What you were talking to me about off the air, this story that you read?
Yes.
Well, if you're going there, I'm off on my island.
The question is, would you date a robot?
Oh.
I just scared him, folks.
You did scare me.
There was another. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Remember the movie Her?
Never saw it, but I think I do think I know the movie that you're talking about.
A guy falls in love with a very advanced robot assistant that he fell in love with.
I see.
That may not be so weird after all, Brent.
Oh, wow.
A new study from Holland interviewed 11,000 people about robots, artificial intelligence, and smart devices. 27% said they supported the idea of dating a droid.
Okay.
Okay, then the numbers were higher in the Netherlands, where about 53% said they wouldn't rule out about a robotic romance.
What?
Seems we're so used to Siri, Alexa, and robotic maids, the idea of an AI love connection isn't so far-fetched. Also, Google right now, you're going to like this one. This is a technology I think you're going to like. I'm not sure if I can find that right now. Oh, yeah, here we go. Just in.
Okay, breaking news.
New Google feature lets you search for a song by humming.
No way. Oh,
Yeah.
I would love this.
You know that song that's stuck in your head?
Yes,
Yeah.
but you can't really remember the words,
Yep.
but you remember how the melody goes, so you hum it along.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
You can search by humming, singing, or whistling a tune for about 10 to 15 seconds. One of the pop-up titles should be the earworm you're looking for. Just say, hey, Google, what's this song? And then hum it.
Hum it. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like that. That's available now? Or they're working on it?
Yes, and here's the other part. If you put the two together, Brent, if you dated an AI, artificial intelligence, you
Yes.
dated him, you could be like riding in the car and you go,
hey, honey,
Lexi,
play this song.
And then she would sing it for you. Or he.
Oh, my goodness.
What else you have for us, Brent?
Well, let's see. What do I have? How about Pizza Hut? We do want to remind, I think we talked to Glenda about this last week at Pizza Hut in Broken Bow. They do want to remind you their dining room is closed again right now to sit down eating, but open to picking up carryout. So you can't go into the dining area and eat at the moment, but if you order carryout, you can go into the Pizza Hut and pick it up. Also, their delivery and carryout options are available for you. They're open Monday through Sunday, 11 to 10 for carryout. 11 till 10 every day for carryout. Delivery Monday through Friday, 11 to 2 and 5 to 10. That's Monday through Friday. And then delivery all day Saturday and Sunday. Here's some of the specials that they have going on daily right now. On Monday and Tuesday, you get one medium 3-topping pizza, breadsticks, and a 2-liter bottle of pop for just $16.99. On Wednesday, it's their large for a medium charge. On Thursday, it's Taco Thursday, featuring their large taco pizza for $10. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, special is a large 3-topping and large 1-topping, all for just $21.99. Ask for specials each time you call. Lots of great deals going on, so be sure to ask. And you can order online for other deals as well at the Pizza Hut in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent. Can you imagine?
Welcome, Dave.
Can you just imagine? Let's say you had an AI, a partner,
okay,
and you were sitting in the living room, and you would say, Lexi, would you scratch my back and sing, or something like that?
Yes.
What else you have for us, Brent?
Well, I'm so glad you asked. How about Circle V Stitch and Post? We're going into these colder times. Maybe you want a jacket, want a coat, just a flat-out nice winter coat, and you want to maybe put your business logo or something on it. Velma is ready to get that creation started for you today. Her phone number is 872-6173. As we know, school has begun. The sports seasons are right in the heart of the fall sports season, kind of coming toward the end now. And Velma carries your school's logo and mascot, so your team will stand out in any sport, such as football, volleyball. We think about bowling coming up in the wintertime, rodeo, team roping, baseball, softball, golf, any kind of sport. Velma can help get you set up for with fanware that is always a must to cheer on your team. And again, to get your creations started, you just give Velma a call at 872-6173. Circle V Stitch and Post, located just north of Broken Bow, out on Paulson Road.
Bowling, you could get a shirt made like for if you're a 2-man team, 2-person team, or 2-lady team, or guy-gal, mixed doubles.
Yeah.
You could get...
or perhaps, down the road, we'll have you and a robot.
Yeah.
Team.
You and your artificial intelligence bowling together, so you get yourself a shirt and Lexi one too.
Yeah.
Or Billy Bob, or whatever you name your robot. What else you have for us?
Well, here you go. Since we're on this theme, how about a meal kit and a dinner for 2? For you and your artificial intelligence person.
Well, do they really consume food? I suppose they would.
I don't know. That's what I'm just not getting. I don't know how you. When they say date, how do you date a robot or an artificial intelligence thing?
Well, because they look over at you and they probably are programmed where their eyes sparkle when they look at you.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, maybe you could program them to where they always agree with you. That would be an interesting relationship.
I'm thinking as my wife's listening, she might want me to get an AI.
That's right.
So I'd leave her alone.
Right. Well, anyway, the Chamber has something special going on called a Dinner for 2, a Dinner for 2 meal kit. Because of the COVID situation, we didn't get the opportunity to enjoy things like the ladies' steak fry and the men's steak fry that we always have each and every summer put on by the chamber. So they're going to try to do something a little bit different to kind of fit the times in which we live. And they will give you a little sneak peek here. They've got the details now. The Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce is proud to announce the Chamber Meal Deal. For $25, you can pick up a dinner kit for 2 on October 22nd this week. Now, in your kit, you'll receive 2 flash-frozen New York strip steaks, approximately 8 ounces each, 2 russet potatoes to bake, canned vegetables, and 2 dinner rolls. Tickets are available now by calling 872-5691, or you can stop into the Chamber office, which is located at 424 South 8th Avenue here in Broken Bow. Dinner kits will need to be pre-ordered no later than noon on October 21st, with pickup at the Chamber office from 4 to 7 then on October 22nd. Now, if you have any questions, just give the Chamber a call. Also, you can go to the Broken Bow Chamber Facebook page to the link that will allow you to order online as well.
All right, Brent, thank you very much. And I think that takes care of our list for today of things that we want to remind you of. Again, a couple of things we're going to repeat here. The Elks Bingo canceled until further notice due to the COVID situation increase. And also Ellen Mortenson's gathering for the Warriors of Light Women's Conference has been moved to May of 2020. They were going to have that here in October of 2019, but due to
2021.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, this is 2020.
Yes.
See, I wish I would have had a droid that would have got me straightened out on that.
That's okay. I don't even know what day it is half the time, let alone the year.
Yeah. So anyway, the Warriors of Light Women's Conference was going to be held this October.
Yes, this weekend.
Yeah.
But now moved to May of next year.
Of 2021.
Yes.
Thank
well
you.
said.
Thanks. You want me to read that other story?
No, I really don't.
It's about technology and science.
Listen. You're.
Well, let me just.
You can, I guess, but I'll walk out the door. Let you read that yourself.
Let me just put it this way.
I won't comment.
I'll just put it this way. We're not going to do it because it's not about a heart transplant. I can tell you that right now. Goodbye.
Bye, Dave.